Welcome back to this ABUGames.com feature match. This is Game 2 of our FNM Finals from November 16th, 2012. Once again, I'm Derek Peterson.
And I'm Jim Greaves.
ABUGames.com. Ethan on the right was able to take Game 1 with his blue-white flash deck. Jonathan wants to see if he can come back here with his junk midrange. Does not look like he's not keeping the hand, so obviously didn't see anything he liked there for his opening hand.
Yeah.
Mold last game. Drew into a bunch of land. I feel like that was obviously the biggest fault.
Yeah.
Jonathan's side of the board.
John just stumbled on tempo, and he knew that Ethan had counter magic, and just really couldn't do anything about it.
Yeah. Situations like that, kind of tough to come back from. He tried to push through two Thragtusk, wasn't able to do it. Well, Ethan at this point, we took a look through the sideboards real quick. Ethan brought in 2 copies of Seraph of Dawn.
Yeah, the 2/4 lifelink flying.
Yeah, as well as 1 copy of Rain of Blade, since he saw the 1-drops in Game 1, and 1 copy of Erase. He did see an Oblivion Ring. While looking at what Jonathan brought in, he brought in 2 Disciple of Bolas, as well as 3 Duress, 1 Restoration Angel, and 1 Gavony Township.
Yeah, the Township's really good here. It makes all of your dudes threats, so if you stick any guy, he'll be attacking for a significant amount of damage.
And Ethan at this point looks like he's not wanting to keep either. He took a little bit longer time to decide if he wanted to keep or not, but eventually decided to ship it, going down to 6.
Yeah, the Disciple I also really like. Just cycling your guys, drawing cards is really good against his tempo decks.
Yeah, it's really good against anything, like they try to bounce a guy or something like that.
It's a little bit of life gain too, which is fine.
Yeah, extra life gain, extra card draw is always good. Start off with Isolated Temple, or Isolated Chapel, excuse me. And Ethan takes 2 off of the Hollow Fountain and goes down to 18.
Yeah, he's got that Thought Scour in hand. He wants to cycle. Duress
so
coming
we do
out.
see Duress in response to the Thought Scour. He bins away
Thought Scour and
Dissipate. So Thought Scour, Augur, Restoration Angel, Essence Scatter, Rewind, and Sphinx's Revelation. So, thinking about what cards he wants to take away here.
I think I might take the actually, I really don't know what's hand, so...
Well, the most noticeable thing about this is Ethan has no other lands.
Yeah, I think he was hoping to cycle off that,
Yeah, he was definitely hoping to cycle.
I mean, he's going to draw 3 cards here before his second land drop.
Jonathan just thinking it over. The Sphinx's Revelation will be a much better late game, but you got cards like Essence Scatter and Thought Scour that will be really good early game.
Yeah, I guess it just depends on how lucky he thinks Ethan is. If he thinks he's lucky, he'll take the Essence Scatter. If he's not...
Ethan just trying to hide away those cards. Jonathan looks like he goes with a Thought Scour here. Yeah. Doesn't want him to see if he can rip into a land.
And he does not, I believe.
Looks like just said go after that. So we do see Lingering Souls. 2/1/1 spirits come into play.
So he does hit that land. Goes for the Augur.
Able to see what he's got. Didn't see what he kept.
Oh, he didn't get anything.
Oh, he whiffed. Complete whiff on that.
Probably a bunch of lands that he needs.
Alright, at this point, imagine Jonathan's just going to get aggro with the spirits. Swings in for 2, sends Ethan down to 16.
Yeah, and that Township, feel like might do some work this game.
Oh yeah. So do you see Keyrune come in?
And I think this is going to be missing a land drop for Jonathan as well. He did draw a Glacial Fortress there.
Yeah, he drew the Glacial Fortress. So at this point, no creatures in the bin, excuse me, so we can't activate the Moorland Haunt to get a token to block any of the spirit tokens.
No attack from the Augur, which is a little interesting.
So, do see activating the Keyrune. Ethan just jump blocks, takes 2 from the spirits, goes to 14.
He just wants to haunt away that.
Yeah, just haunts away the Augur just to get a spirit. Okay. So there's the 4th land for Ethan. Ethan's been lucky enough to rip into land after land to actually cast some of the spells he has.
Yeah. That Keyrune is definitely going to do some work here.
You see the 5th land, so that means Township is online. So if at this point, you might be thinking if he wants to flash back the Lingering Souls.
Might just activate Keyrune here. Oh no, he is gonna
5.
cast something.
Thragtusk.
It's a pretty good rewind target.
Yeah, imagine it's gonna get countered. Yeah, Essence Scattered in this case. No swing for Jonathan.
Interesting. He doesn't want to lose that token. Feels like all of his tokens are important now that he has Township.
Yeah. Ooh, Ethan did draw the Pike.
There's a lot of decision trees with this blue-white flash deck.
Yeah, like, you gotta wonder what time you want to cast certain spells, what spells are more relevant now, what spells are more relevant later.
2 Sphinx of Revelation on 4 lands is pretty rough.
Hey, he could draw a card.
You draw 1 card and gain 1 life for 4 mana.
Yeah.
That was pretty good, I guess.
So, Mana Dork for Jonathan. Looks like he just still does not want to. I think he might be.
I think he's scared of Restoration Angel.
Yeah, he might be scared of Restoration Angel. You do see Restoration Angel anyways, so maybe not the worst read from Jonathan. So, a 5th land from Ethan. Keeps drawing into him.
Well, he's got a grip full of cards. Wait, 4 cards, I guess. 2 Sphinx of Revelation, though.
And at the end of the turn, Jonathan activated the Keyrune tap for mana and then activates Township, so all of his creatures have 1/1/1 counter. I shouldn't say activate, I should say he tapped the Keyrune. So at this point, Jonathan's sizing up how big he can make his guys. Currently, right now, he can make all of his creatures at 3/3s if he were to swing here. But he'd lose at least one of them to a Restoration Angel, and if Ethan had another Restoration Angel, that would not be good. Looks like Ethan accidentally knocked a card over at that point. Because he did knock a card over, the situation we're just having him shuffle a deck. Want to be very careful with minding your deck. In situations like that, like at a PTQ, it would be a warning.
Yeah, I think Ethan's just a little flustered here.
Do you see a flashback of the Lingering Souls? And he turns.
Draw 2.
Game 2 sends Ethan up to 16. So at this point, Ethan, believe he brought in. No, he did not bring in any of his Supreme Verdicts he has from the sideboard. So at this point, he does not have any Wraths on the board, or in the deck, excuse me. Looking at what he can play here, he has the Seraph of Dawn he sided in, the 2/4 lifelinker. He has the Runechanter's Pike, which could come in and serve. It's actually not that bad on defense because it'll give a first strike blocker.
Yeah, just pretty good on the block, but I think Ethan needs to run out that Seraph of Dawn if he thinks about living, yeah.
Yeah, so
probably the Pike as well. Next turn. Let's see, another activation of Township. Puts 1/1 counters on all of his guys.
So at this point, if he does swing with the 2 tokens he did bring out first, he can actually profitably trade with. Actually, not even trade. He could just. It would just be chump blocks on Ethan's side. Jonathan just sizing up what he can do here.
I think he might be thinking about attacking with Keyrune.
So he does attack with all the creatures he currently has. So I see. Yeah, Ethan's just gonna. Looks like he just wants to block the smaller tokens, the ones that currently would live. I mean, currently that would let his creatures live.
So blocks like that has Ethan taking 12 and gaining 2. Potentially. So he does not choose to activate Township.
Does not activate the Township.
So he's going to take 9 here and gain 2.
Yeah, so he just effectively just takes 7. So he's down to 9.
Golgari Keyrune.
Activate both Keyrunes. Sorin. What's he want to do here? Looks like he made an emblem, so he gives all of his creatures +1/+0.
Interesting post-combat decision. Ethan's definitely going to need to suit up this Seraph if he wants to live.
Yeah, he's gonna have enough mana for Pike, Equip. Not seeing what else is in his hand if he's got enough mana to cast anything else. He could Moorland Haunt, possibly. Yep. So, looks like I'm counting 6. Yes.
Yeah, I think it's 6.
Yeah, I watching the game live. There were 6 instants and sorceries in the graveyard, so it's +6/+0, making it an 8/4 first striking lifelinker. Looks
He's
like
gonna go in for 6.
Just gonna attack here for 8. No blocks, sends Jonathan down to 12, Ethan back up to 17. Alright, so just passes the turn back here. Interesting, not re-equipping the Pike to anything else.
Yeah, I think he's trying to bluff something, possibly.
Yeah, like a Dissipate or maybe a Syncopate. So we do see 7. Angel of Serenity.
I think he has an Essence Scatter in his hand.
No, he casts the Essence Scatter.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So Ethan just gives up the guys at this point.
Yeah.
So it's like he's just going to make a Vampire token with the Sorin. Keeping in mind the Sorin emblem gives those guys more attack power. So it looks like he's swinging in here for, I'm counting 12.
Yeah.
So each creature has 4 power at this point. That's swinging in. Sends Ethan down to 5. Wow, that was a big turn of events for Jonathan there.
Yeah, that's going to be it.
Alright, well, with a rip of the Angel of Serenity and a Sorin emblem, Jonathan's able to take game 2. Ethan's going to see if he can bounce back, or actually both these players are going to see if they can come back and win the third. We'll be back in just one moment.